feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke.
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Down, 70, Indy.
Bend it.
Throwing on first down is Locke. He's got his 6'5" receiver, that's Tim Patrick. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1 yard pickup there on second.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
36, 36. The mic. 58's the mic. Double dog. That's the way.
Ready.
Gordon. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On first down, Locke. That's complete. It's Gordon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Ready.
58's the mic. Here I come.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Throwing his lock on third down. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Phillip Lindsay. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready. 91.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 28-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Second and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Todd Davis coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
At their own 20-yard line.
Come on, set.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
We own it. We own it. Rock it. Check three. Watch twist. SOS. 58, boys, 58.
He'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the 38-yard line.
6-0 our score after one.
With the score, Broncos 6, Jaguars nothing.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Double time. Ready.
They run it here with Gordon. They find some open field here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now Gordon on first down. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the 17, Locke. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Now McManus for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his fourth touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And it really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working. That means
squeeze.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
they tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Philip Lindsay, the intended target, and that takes us from second to third down.
Ready. 60 outlaw. I'm coming out to you. I'm coming out. Get it.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of one.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Check. Six guys. Check. Go. Showing up. Check. Ready.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Watch the twist. Check 99.
He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Locke. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to go.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Here we go. 30 base.
Block working out of the gun. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Deshaun Hamilton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the eye. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 31. Check 31.
Hard.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready.
Mike 51. Watch the run.
Hey, exit.
Mike 51. 3 bucks.
Go team, spill. Bravo. Get it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Space to maneuver at the 40. And Eifert has it. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Jaguars.
Let's go now. 8, read.
Hey, come on.
80 weapon.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Hey, seam 6.
45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Ready.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
They'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Come on, baby.
Go.
On first down, it's Gordon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Watch the run. It's south, baby. That's baby south.
Look at me. Zipper.
Roy. Mike 51. Mike 51. Gotcha.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Come on, set. 30 base.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fournette on the counter. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Alpha.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Right there. Hey, 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 hey.
Another toe for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here I come. Here I come. Check 25. Check 25.
Big Rip.
This is Gordon. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
64, weak.
You ain't got nothing.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here from Melvin Gordon. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A nice run leaves him just inches from a first. Could they possibly be tempted to try this on 4th and about a foot? The kick by McManus is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check, 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 check. Deuce, 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 deuce.
Get it.
They'll run on first down. Gordon. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.